Welcome back to the Relius Reviews. Today's video is focused on NBC's Young Rock episode 10 entitled Good versus Great. And the synopsis of this episode is Miami, 1990s. After a devastating injury his freshman year, Dwayne strives to get his college football career back on track as he fights for playing time. He wonders if big dreams are hard enough to get him to the NFL. I thought this episode was pretty good. And I would have to say is that I actually felt pretty sorry for Dwayne in this episode because it showed that no matter how hard you work or how hard you practice, sometimes it's still not enough, as there's always somebody that's going to be bigger than you, better than you, and better than you. And within this episode, we see that Dwayne tries to do everything that he can to get playing time and just attention so that scouts can look at him and perhaps get a career to the NFL. As we see throughout this episode, he always have daydreams of promising his family that he's going to get them out of their situations, and once he makes it to the NFL, all life is going to be good. But that doesn't happen. And what this episode showed me, I think one of the things for this episode will have to be is that patience is key. Like sometimes you just have to wait for something good to happen. And he was constantly not getting plays. He may have won a championship, but I think he got hold in this episode as well too, because like he was on the back burner. Like nobody was really like paying attention to him. NFL scouts weren't either as well. And just shows you that patience is key sometimes, that sometimes you just have to wait, or maybe sometimes practice harder, but patience is key. What I also enjoyed about this episode was perhaps the flashback footage of real life football footage of The Rock playing football in his college years. I think that was a good touch, and it saved the producers some money from actually making like new footage. And I was actually surprised to see of some of the famous football players that Dwayne played with during his college football years. I thought that was pretty cool as well. And you see like what they would become in the future after their college years and everything. But out of all we see in 2032, the election is about to come up, and whether or not Dwayne will become the next president of the United States of America. But like always, I didn't have a bad time watching this episode. I actually felt pretty sorry for Dwayne in this episode, as he didn't know what to do, as he tries to do his best, but sometimes doing your best is just not enough. And patience sometimes is the key. But I think next episode is the season finale for season 1, and I can't wait. This was one of the coolest TV shows that I've watched in this year, and none of them were cringeworthy. None of them was bad, in my honest opinion. And this is the end of this review. Thank you for watching, and until next time, goodbye.